searching the dark side of the mountain. Through my bones and hair and blood, words rise and cold snatched from my mouth to sink them into the cold black mud.
Hi everyone, welcome to ZealZaddy. My name is Scott, my pronouns are he, him, and this is Old Gods of Appalachia, and the episode is titled The Silent Ones. If you've been watching, you may have an idea of what the Silent Ones are. You can follow us everywhere at ZealZaddy or ZealZaddy RPG on TikTok. Please check out our D&D supplements and our Cypher supplements on DriveThruRPG. You can use the clip command, that is !clip, to have it save a short snippet of the video tonight. We have that open for everyone. The opening music is composed by OBP Musical. The composer was Nico Rhodes and sung by Melody McClellan. That is such a hard name. And the Old Gods of Appalachia RPG was created by Monte Cook Games. Old Gods of Appalachia is a campaign that may contain material not suitable for all audiences, so listener discretion is advised. Some people love stillness, quiet of the mind, they say. There are those who believe that the loudest, most active minds are the ones who want the silence the most, because it's so hard to turn off your own brain, right? It just won't do it. When a group of kids finds a way to ignore pain and fear and to face things with silent resolve, one thing that one might think that's a good thing. Of course, to your peers, you might be seen as tough or fearless, even heroic. And it's that last one that creates mystique, and that becomes reverence by those that look up to them. That is what happens. You revere those you look up to. And then one thing is a certainty: youngins will do everything in their power to be like those they revere. And that is for sure the truth forever in the past and going forward. It is Christmas week in Guilty Hole, so I imagine it's going to be quite a beautiful festive time. There's beautiful snow covering the landscape. It is cold to the bone. The fireplaces are all warm and billowing smoke out into the night. Probably a lot of Christmas caroling and singing. At least that's my prediction. Let's bring everyone on and get this thing started. Why don't we let everyone go around and say hi, say who they are. We will start, I guess, tonight. Let's start with Mr. Lieutenant Gabriel Henry Crow, please.
Hello, everybody. My name is Grimm on the internet. You can find me at empathic_Grimm. I am a game designer and streamer. Go ahead and just keep an eye out. And yeah, that's it. I play Lieutenant Gabriel Henry Crow, who is probably about to make some really stupid decisions. And I will leave it there.
How about you, Albie?
Hey everybody, my name is Morgan with My Play Mondays. My pronouns are he, him. You can find me on social media everywhere at My Play Mondays except on Twitter. If Twitter, it's just My Play Mun. I'm a pro GM. I have a team that works with me, so check out our website if you're looking for somebody to run games for you. Beyond that, I'm here to play Albie Duty. He is just recently found out that his sister is one of the silent ones that our wonderful GM was just talking about. Confronted her, and well, it ended good, but there were some bad parts along the way.
I don't know if I call them bad parts. I think they were pretty good.
Yeah, except for those wounds I got from my sister being possessed.
You think those are the worst wounds you got in that argument? I don't think they were.
No. I'm just, you're probably not wrong there. Anyways, I'm just really excited to be here with all you guys. It's one of my joys I look forward to. So.
All right, Gus.
Hello, I'm Michael. I'm he, him. On You can find me on Instagram and Twitter at RoboSardy making art and animation. But today I'm going to be joining these fine folk and be playing Angus Bell, the oldest and most eligible bachelor here in Guilty Hole.
All right, Ashley.
All right. Hi, everybody. My name is Natalie, she, they. Find me most places on the internet with Ghost Candle, artist, variety streamer. I do a bunch of things, so follow me for all the updates and see what I'm up to. And when I'm not being me, tonight I am playing Ashley Crane, he, him, and he's also bound to do something stupid tonight, but we'll see.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to all the stupidness. Zebediah.
Oh, sorry, guys, shaking my head at all this talk of people doing crazy things. Like, we're gonna have a safe session, so no, just no to all that. Don't listen to them. They just don't know what they're talking about. But everyone, my name is Blake. You'll be able to hear me on a new podcast we're bringing back with my good friend Kayla. It's called the Book Club with Blake and Kayla, where we hopefully talk about good books and wait for our fungi overlord to take over us. But that's another story. As soon as we find a place to post this podcast, we'll post the old ones on there. So you can listen to them then when that does get released. But I am playing tonight Zebediah, who, with the help of Albie, was able to, like you said, help his sister out of a predicament. You know, she may have been possessed. You know, who can say for sure? But either way, she is better now. But yeah, he doesn't know what's been helping him do this, but he's gonna keep using the snake until like it kills him, and hopefully he can save him and his friends along the way. So that's Zebediah.
All right, and Thea.
Hi, I'm Tiffany, she, her. I play Theodosia, who also is she, her. Theodosia is a little rich girl that was disowned by her father, and she's trying to figure out how to survive as an adult. And for myself, I run my own campaign called Dungeon Damsels, which Michael is also a player in, and we're in podcast form. It's a 5e homebrew game. It's very long, so if that's up your alley and you like strong female characters, then check it out. Also, you're in for a treat because we're fantastic, and I always have a great time with this group.
We are fantastic. Thank you.
We're great.
Tiffany, I'll pay the money later for saying that. I'll say the money after this. So
It's been such a great time playing with you guys. I hope you invite me back after tonight.
Well,
See you survive.
After we kill your character, right?
last session we ended with a spider walking through a wall as the other group was arriving at Albie's, and they came in to lend assistance, of course, and I'll let you take it from there.
who was with us again?
Ashley.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, it was Ashley and Gabriel walking down the lane heading towards Albie's house.
Ashley,
Yeah?
I need you to get them back to my aunties. Okay?
No, you cannot go alone. You
You
need somebody
need
with
to
you.
get them back to
Takes-
I can take care of myself. It's
No,
fine.
Listen.
Zebediah's hurt.
Gabriel. No, like I would be more comfortable if you were to. You're right. I'm hurt, and we need everyone we can get. You and Ashley. Please, I'm asking you. Please, you are strong. I trust in you.
I
You're probably
appreciate
true.
that.
You're gonna need somebody that can get the thing out of your sister.
Oh, I can get it out of my sister just
No,
fine.
I'm
No,
telling you.
but without
it was
killing him
hard.
though, it's gonna take.
He just
if
turns
you-
because they're too hurt to follow him. He's just gonna turn and not.
I can walk. I'm not. I'll walk after him.
I don't think Zeb was hurt at all. Were you? Zeb? Were
Yeah,
you
my
even hurt?
my hand hurts a little
He has
bit.
wounds.
Yeah,
He has wounds. He has
But you did
wounds.
that to yourself,
My hand.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
because
Zeb,
I don't
go
know
with
how,
him.
yeah.
Zeb, you're the
All
one
right,
I trust to deal with them things. Go with him.
Please, Gabriel, I'll be fine. My hand hurts, but trust me, like I want to save your sister, and it's not as
Gabe, if it wasn't for Zeb, I wouldn't have been able to save my sister.
I'm not going to have another innocent man's conscience on my hands, Albie.
And if your sister
that's
dies
good.
because
I'm not
of your
innocent.
actions,
Oh, bullshit, Zebediah.
He's a
Not
grown man. He can
so-
make his own choices. Zeb, if you want to go with
Exactly.
him, go with him.
He can't make his own choices. Ashley, please make sure they get back and he's just going.
I'm going after him. I'll go. Like, I'm
Ashley,
swearing
I
to my
need your Ashley, I need your help. I
Somebody's
can't
alive.
carry my sister. I can't carry my sister. Don't worry about Zeb. He'll be fine. Gabe will be lucky if he lets him. He needs to get over himself. He ain't the one that does everything on his own kind of type. He needs help.
No, he does need the backup because he's forgetting he has other family in that house. What could go wrong if he's the only one there?
If it wasn't for Zeb, I wouldn't have got my sister free from that thing. So
And I'm already like starting to pick up your sister and starting to get you with my other arm up.
I think I can manage it. It's just my chest that hurts real bad.
Okay, well, we'll take it slow. Breathe. Well, maybe not too slow. There's some information that maybe I shouldn't be out here either.
Well, I got the dagger right here. Here. I'll hand you the dagger so you can use it to defend ourselves if we need to, because you're in better shape than I am.
All right,
From
let's
down
get
the
you.
street, you hear caroling because it's Christmas week and people are caroling to each other and going from door to door singing songs of the Lord. Always very nice.
Let's get out here before they come by. Don't need no let
Yeah.
you lose.
Well, at least the lights are already off, and I close the door and start ushering us on.
I light up a cigarette.
Oh yeah, that'll help the lungs.
Gabriel,
Oh,
where
yeah.
are you going? Where are you leading this
Straight,
band
straight
to?
to-
As we do,
straight to
I'm
my
gonna
family's
use-
house.
I'm going to use anecdote, because I can lift the spirits of the group and lift the spirits of Gabriel, and so I'm going to just tell us. So the anecdote's going to be especially what happened with me and Albie. So I'll let them know so he can have. So it's not for attack or defensive tasks, but these tasks involving hands. Hopefully that can help with like maybe intelligence rolls or ways to handle it. And so I'm going to tell him use anecdote to tell him that story, and so I'm trying to keep up because he's hustling. So I'm like, gosh darn it,
He is hustling. And there's a crowd of carolers you're going to have to go through. They're walking down the street. And
I'm gonna put a hand on
one
his
of-
shoulder,
One
like,
of the
"Gabe,
ladies
please."
tips her hat.
Just very politely.
Mr. Crow, and it is Margaret, the teacher, leading some of the caroling. How are you this evening? You look like you're sweating up a storm in the middle of the cold.
Oh, it's Ms. Margaret's pleasure. I found myself unfortunately the bearer of some information that I need to return home with.
Oh, well, all right. Well, if do you need any of the Lord's song to come with?
Oh no,
I think we would love it. I think if you could just one quick one. I think I'm somewhat a man pressing the Lord myself, so I think we can especially where we're going, we can definitely use something to kind of maybe uplift our spirits. Just one quick one if you could.
And they start singing. What's the song from then? Other than "Amazing Grace," which everybody knows that.
I mean, they still have most of the Christmas carols at that point. Still,
Yeah.
Come Rest You Merry Gentlemen.
Sure.
There's options.
There you go. You picked. Yes. Perfect.
Is Tiffany playing the singers?
I was just doing some background music for you guys.
I love it.
So you
Oh.
you wind your way through
Just-
through the crowd.
Just a side eye on Zebediah.
So you wait. Okay. Back at Auntie Pavati's, that we have Thea and Gus back there with Auntie, and Auntie is sitting with you, Thea, and saying, I need to teach you how to make something. Are you good? Oh, you good with making?
Oh yeah, I do alright with it.
So our friend, your friend Ashley has got a concern with that wound. You remember the wound before he left?
Yeah, there's like just this like far off look, like yeah, yes, ma'am.
So
I remember it.
we're going to use these vines and make what is a type of totem about this creature that has been haunting all of y'all. That beast that came through. Would you be okay assisting in that, or perhaps making it? Because my hands are a little old and a little sore.
Oh yeah, of course.
All right.
Anything for Mr. Ashley?
You know how to use a slingshot?
No.
Gus, you know how to use a slingshot?
Of course I can.
Or
Yeah, I can show the little lady
or you
how
can
to
even
work
use
it.
you could use your gun if you needed. I need a come out back. Let me tell you what I need. Stay there, Thea. I'll be right back. And she takes you out
She
back.
gets up, sits back down.
I'd like the eyes of a crow. I didn't want to tell that in front of Thea. I'm not sure Thea's ready to hear about things like that and knowing that she's got to take a crow down. But somebody needs to take a crow down. And they're all over even at night, so it's not even like it's hard to find them. You think you could get us a crow? I would rather you not go outside the perimeter that I have made against the beast, though. But if you need to, you got your gun and you can get back. Just don't go very far out if you can help it.
Yeah, I look at my rifle. I think I could handle it.
All right. Just make sure you don't shoot out the eyes. That's all. That's all I need is the eyes.
That was easy enough. All right. Yeah,
All
I'm
right, let
gonna.
me get back in with the child. She needs a little help, kind of learn the ways of the world, I suppose. You're trying to teach her. I'm going to try and teach her too.
I think we make a good team.
I think so too. You are not a half bad gentleman. I kind of thought you were a curmudgeon before. Actually, I still think you're probably a curmudgeon. You're just kind of a womanizing curmudgeon.
Well, my reputation has preceded me.
Well, you need to go get me that crow, and I'll be mighty obliged. And Thea we will all gain benefit from this activity of yours. Although Ashley will gain the most.
Yeah, meanwhile, inside the house, Thea's been like totally spying on them. Like,
You're listening under the window or something.
no,
So
she
you're-
like thinks it's really sweet. So she's like, "What are they doing?"
So
And when she sees Pavoni come back over, she just like scoots back over to the seat.
So before you leave, and she tugs on your beard, that's for good luck.
And I put my hand on her shoulder, and I'm like, "Oh, thank you, kindly."
It's a good strong beard you got there. I'm surprised it ain't more gray at your age. That means something, I think.
I mean, this beard is older than I am, if you can believe that.
I believe that. It may be the only thing in town older than you. Maybe Gazzy. I don't know. How old's Gazzy? Is she older than you?
Oh,
she's
there's not many that's older than me.
She's old, but she ain't as old as you.
Yeah.
Heck, you even remember
And-
when she was married and had a son and everything.
And I know better than to talk about a woman's age.
That's so true. All right, we'll see you in a bit. She puts her hand on your shoulder and squeezes it. Good luck. Heads on, opens the door. Thea, you dodge away from the door and back to the other room. All right.
Well, shall we get to work?
Yeah, we ought to get to work. So the first thing we're going to have to do is we're going to have to dry out some of these vines. So put them in front of the fire and let's get them dried pretty quick as we can at least. They don't have to be completely dry, just dry enough where we can, they will hold a form when we start putting them in it. And
So
she brings them over. Don't get them all the way dry yet because we're going to finish drying them after we build the form. So I want you to think about, I know it's not pleasant, about the shape and what form this beast took. Because you need to make something that takes a sympathetic kind of appraisal of that thing.
All right.
And you wait a little while, and she starts pulling vines to you and taking the leaves off. You can start with this one. This one will be the heartstring. It should run down the middle and start wrapping the rest of the vine around that.
All right. So she starts making like a little, like she says heartstring, so she starts like making a little heart first and then like coiling around it.
Oh, I like it. You have got a natural talent for this. That is for sure.
And
she
it's
keeps
not right
giving
if
you vine after vine, stripping the leaves and giving them to you. Keep going until you make this beast in some kind of form that would reasonably be it.
Okay, so she has like kind of like the little like I don't know, it's like a little nub of a like torso, and then she looks at it and it's like, well, maybe if I start just like she'll take like part of it down and then like double back on it and like corkscrew around the part that to make like legs that way. She's like, okay, that'll kind of work. And so like it's 2 back legs, and like, you know, there's one that's like longer than the other. You know, but
and you feel a pinch on your head, and she plucks one of your hairs. Start wrapping this into a little of the vine too. You need a little bit of yourself in there since you are the creator. This is your magic, so you need to make sure you are a part of every magic you ever do. Whether it's healing or not, sometimes it ain't healing. This is not healing. When Gus gets back, he's going to be bringing back something you're going to be probably a little uncomfortable with handling, but I think it's important you learn to handle some things that are uncomfortable to deal with. So he's going to bring back a dead crow, and you're going to need to put the eyes of that crow in this thing where its main eyes were. I'll give you a moment to consider that. I'm going to go make us some food while you keep making your totem, okay?
Okay.
So she takes 10 steps over to the kitchen area and starts cutting up some carrots and taters and start prepping something for you all to eat.
She just has a minute. It's like,
and she turns her back to you while she does this. It's very obvious to you that she is purposely leaving you to your thoughts and not engaging with them.
Yeah, she has a little like minute where she's like, because like on one end it's like I have to touch a crow and its eyeballs, and on the other end she's like, but the poor crow. And she's like, okay.
Will it make it easier if I tell you that won't be the hardest part?
Well, this is for Mr. Ashley, right?
It is.
Okay. Mr. Ashley's been through enough.
All right.
Good for him.
Well, when Ashley gets back, we're going to have to cut into that little wound and get a little bit of the blood from it, or whatever is in that. I hope it's blood and nothing else, but whatever is in there, that's what we need a little bit of.
Should I make like a little pool in the body? And cause she's basically asking like, should I make a divot in the body for like the little bit of blood to pool into, or does it matter?
No, you'll just kind of use your hands to rub it across the whole outside of the thing. We'll just need to collect some in a bowl.
Great. Wonderful.
I hear you want to be a doctor, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Well, this will do you well in that regard.
You're not wrong. keeps going. Then gets the neck and the head. The neck's probably like a little too long, but you know, whatever. And then she gets this like, you know, vague shape that is, you know, you look at it, you're like, okay, kind of looks like it. And she's like, did it have a tail? And then she's like,
you remember it had not only one tail, it had like 3 tails coming off the one.
oh, okay. She's like, oh, this
really-
thing had
really weird.
tails. Okay, so she like kind of just takes another vine and starts it at the middle, and then makes it 3 and whirls it around each other. And at the end, she's like trying to like make part of the like the vines like poke up a little so it has ears.
She just looks over her shoulder once. It's looking good. You're doing a good job. Out in the field, Gus, you go out looking for crow, and in the distance you hear the ah of crows in various directions.
All right, and I'm just gonna shoot it.
It's dark.
Okay. Hmm.
There is a full moon, so there is
Right.
some light.
Would taking out my lantern help any
It might.
bit or okay? Yes. I don't know if I have anything that would help out. So peeking my head out of the window, I won't be able to see any of the crows. I just hear them.
Yeah, you hear them kind of in the distance, and they're not just in one place. They're like all around in the distance. So it's kind of which way do you go?
Okay, I'll probably might be a bad idea, but I'm gonna step outside, but close to the premises in the hopes that like just being outside under the moonlight will give me a little bit more vision.
All right. So when you step out, you kind of realize you're in a spot where you remember that Auntie Pavati had buried a jar right around here, and you know that's kind of like a thing done that she did to kind of create a fence
Yeah.
against these things. And you know, now you're thinking of crossing.
Ooh. Okay, I'm gonna just do kind of a once around, see if I hear anything,
You hear
see if I
crows here
see
and there.
anything. Just crows?
Just crows.
Only crows?
Yep.
I mean, it's like the holidays, so nothing bad's gonna happen, right?
That is right. In the distance, you might actually hear some caroling. Like there's the the songs of the Lord are protecting the town.
Uh, I make one look back at the house and I'm like, don't worry, ladies, I'm gonna make this mighty quick. And I'm gonna step step forward so I would until I get a good good shot of them crows.
All right. So you head on out and you start using your lantern up into the trees, and there's a little moonlight starting to trickle down through certain spots when the woods aren't too thick, and you see a spot where and you see a crow bouncing along a branch.
Fire!
Roll. Was that like a quick draw kind of shoot?
Okay, that's pretty good. That's a 16.
16, nice, very nice. That crow gets blown off that branch, and it goes flying off into the ground a little further away.
Okay. I'm gonna walk up to where I saw it drop, right? I did.
Yeah,
see
you
it
saw
down.
it drop. You don't know exactly where, but
Awesome.
you saw it drop off the tree branch with the moonlight behind it. So you know it's right over in that area.
All right. I lean forward, lean back. Oh, getting those. Pick up the crow. Hold up the light. Make sure I don't see anything else and start to head back. Hopefully the crow is nice and intact.
The crow is half intact, the front half of it. The other half is completely not intact.
Well, I got the part that matters.
And when you pick it up, you see that its eyes, they focus on you. even though blood is pouring out the back end. And then they stop moving altogether a moment later. And you hear...
I tilt my head and I'm like, "And what you're looking at?" And I just kind of spit some tobacco into the dirt.
You get the feeling you're being watched by maybe more than one crow.
I look around.
You just see kind of shadow, especially when you look back. It's just dark. You don't have the benefit of the moon behind you that direction.
All right, I start to wander back.
And you hear the sound of
bodies.
something stamping in the snow up ahead of you. But you don't see nothing. It's dark. You got your lantern.
Yeah, I don't look back and I quicken my pace.
All right. Back at gate with Gabriel heading back into going through the Carolyn. You wait for the song to end. It's very nice. It's really annoying when you're in a rush. And of course they picked a song that just went on for like 5 or 10 minutes. Oh my God. Please don't make me listen to them all. And she goes,
Wait, you said 10 minutes? Was that enough for a roll?
Yes.
Was that for 10 minutes to do a recovery roll
Sure.
for that 10 minutes?
Okay.
All right.
And
Sweet.
she says, I apologize, Mr. Crow. I see you are definitely in a rush. You are not taking this in the same spirit that the Lord has meant for it. So you go take care of the things you need to.
I apologize, Miss Bargain. And any other time for this occasion, I'd be much obliged to even join in with your Carolyn. But unfortunately, that is not this moment. But why don't we try it later on for it?
Yes.
And he just tips his hat. Zebediah, you coming or not? He takes right back off again.
That was a beautiful song, Miss. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. It touched my soul.
Come on, if you're coming.
I'm coming. Hold on now. It's all in the Lord's time. Hold on a second. All right, Gabriel. So what is your? I know you said you had a plan. And I believe you, but how do you plan on getting the same without hurting your sister? You said you had a plan.
But I wasn't planning on having to do that if I needed to.
So wait, say again.
She's unlike Albie. I have a family in that house as well as my sister.
Mm-hmm.
If I need to beat the still evil out of her, I have no intention of doing so unless I must. But if I must, I must. As I say, I hold up my fist, and as I make the fist, you see that $3 silver half dollars
Right.
come out between the knuckles.
Okay.
All right, I know I get you. Like I said, the good news is, like I said, the Haints, they're smart.
If you can get her out, I'm gonna just beat the living daylights out of this Haint.
If you can, yes, exactly. If you can just hold her down, just maybe, you know what I mean. Just if you can do that, that'll be a great help. You can just kind of.
I'm quite certain that I can do that. Now, as I said, I have a family. We need to be a bit more delicate about.
We should definitely, if we can, getting her maybe just like,
I'm
to talk
planning to have her come outside with me for a moment to speak upon something. I have ways of making that request that are not easily refuted. Once I get her outside, I plan on getting her to a corner of our property that is not easily listened upon, and I point over to Zebediah where I'm planning on taking her to talk.
Do you want me to assist you in there? Or do you want me to wait?
With absolutely no ill intent meant by this, I'm not quite sure if my father is home a stranger in the house to try to getting my sister out is going to be the best idea.
Oh, none taken. None taken. Yeah. No.
So
Good.
I will be out with my sister momentarily. I say as we're approaching Crow House. I'll be able to get her out momentarily. Just be ready when we get to that.
I will take out my Bible and everything. Like, no, I'll be ready. And Gabe, thank you for letting me come to assist. Whatever I can do to help. You've helped me in ways you don't even know. We'll talk about later. But it's thanks to your strength that I was able to get the other thing out. So thank you.
That was all you. No, Zebediah, that was all you. He says, tapping on Zebediah's shoulder as he makes the steps up to the porch.
You only fight better when you fight for someone. So
it's
as he says, you walk off.
It's the two of you, or it's the four of you, or Ashley
Two.
and Albie are still back.
We're going to Aunt Peace because I have Leanne in one arm and supporting Albie to get them back to the house.
Okay. Yeah. So we'll resolve this quickly then. So you get to the door and the lights are on. You go in.
Yeah, I'm just gonna open the door and go in.
You smell food cooking.
That smells mighty fine, Ma.
I did not know you'd be back so early. You're never back this early. It's not even. Well, what time is it?
It's not early.
It's
early.
not early.
It's-
Early. You've been late a lot lately. You hungry?
And unfortunately, I will be. For the moment, have you seen Rebecca by chance? I need to have words with her.
I saw her earlier. She went out with some of her friends.
Do you know where she went?
I think she said she was going to run by Auntie Pavati's, and then I think they said they're going out to the cove. And in your mind, you know that the cove is Howling Rock Cove, and that's kind of it's a narrow cove where the winds are always really strong, and people always say that you can hear whispers in there, and you have been able to confirm that in the past, you and Albie, that it is kind of a spooky place. And there's a weird stone in there that y'all have seen in the past, but you always thought it was
Would you
something weird.
say
It had like markings on it that were really, really old or something.
When did she say she was planning on being back?
She said she'd be back later tonight.
All right, this is important, so I think I'm gonna go see if I can catch up to them at the cove real quick. When I return, Mama, I will greatly appreciate a plate of this fine fittings that you've been making.
All right. I'll make sure I leave some out by the stove.
I give my mother a peck on the cheek, turn around, walk out.
Well, your
and I
little
just
brother,
make a
he
motion.
grabs your leg and gives you a hug. I'll see
I
you later.
scoop
We can
him
eat
up.
together. I'm going to stay up late.
I'll scoop him. Nah, you won't get to bed. You know,
The
it ain't
carolers are
Christmas
coming. I'm
yet.
going to stay up for the carolers.
I
Ma said.
stay up for the character. You can stay up for the characters, but once those carolers make their way onto the next home, remember, ain't Christmas yet. Santa can take stuff away real quick at this point.
I know.
So I say as I scoop him up, set him back down, closer to the fire than he was, pat his head, and
Did you see Nate's gun? He got a pistol.
freezes. And I just turn.
And Ma looks over. He did what? He got himself a pistol. He's going to go shooting squirrels and get money from who buys squirrel skins or something.
Where's Nate at, Ma?
He said he was going out too, but he went out a little after her. He said he was going to go get his first squirrel. But I thought he was going to trap him. That's what he did in the past.
Ma, I'm gonna be back. Make sure that a place set aside for Nate and Rebecca as well, if you would please be so kind.
All right. Is everything okay? Should I be worried?
Oh, it's gonna be, Ma. It's gonna be. I promise. I promise you, it's gonna be.
All right. Well, I trust you. You take care of stuff.
It's
Your pa is so proud. Would be so proud of you. You take care of us so good.
internally someone has to, but it's like I do what I can, Ma. I do what I can. Right. I will be back. probably with one or both of them in tow and properly cowed.
Hold on one moment. And she takes a poke and she puts in a couple eggs. I got a couple boiled eggs here. At least she won't be hungry waiting all night.
I appreciate that, Mom. I say as I take and give her a hug, I look down. You be good tomorrow.
I will.
And continue. I make a motion as I reach into the poke, pull out her boiled egg and pass it over to Zebediah.
Okay.
They ain't here. She and some friends, quote, make their way out to Holleran.
Okay,
it's called Howlin' Rock Cove.
Howlin' Rock Cove.
It's just called Howlin' Rock. Most people don't add the cove, but it is a cove.
Made their way out to Howlin' Rock. So
you don't know Howlin' Rock, Zebediah. You ain't
I
never
don't.
heard it.
Is there? What was it? What's it like? What's that place like? You said Howlin' Rock. What is it? If you can't just quickly describe it.
It's a hate ground.
Okay.
It's also where a lot of teenagers go to drink and stuff.
Right.
Okay.
It's where poor decisions happen and Hank's desire to hang out.
Well, and speaking of which, I mean, I think that's probably where the rest of Simon's going to meet. So I know we want to go meet in there, but I think we would need the whole group, like
everybody. Which is why I was going to tell you, I am afraid that I have to do some brotherly duties outside of this for the moment, and figure out where my brother is so I can tan the hell out of his hide.
Oh, about that. Actually, though, I actually ran into the good news is he's not a silent one. Okay, I ran into him. He was at Albie's house showing his sister the gun. He's Albie made sure to give him a good talking though. Albie was like, you use this, make sure you use this in all only good things. So
and I'm sure
straight.
Albie did exactly what he was supposed to do as someone who is not that boy's older brother.
Well, he put the, let's just say put the fear of the Lord and the fear of you into him.
I don't
he put
care
the fear
about
of both. He put the fear of you into him as well.
He gonna have the fear of me to him by the time I'm done with him.
Ashley, you and Albie, you arrive at Auntie Pavati's, and you see there's a light on inside, and when you walk up onto the porch, you see in the window that Thea is doing something with her hands. Her back is to you, and you see Auntie in there cooking some food up.
Okay.
Ladies, as I'm cradling Leanne in my arm and still sort of half supporting Albie up.
Huh?
Need attention.
Oh. She goes over and she
Tell me where to put her.
What
table.
happened to her?
Start clearing the table.
What?
She was possessed. Zeb and I was able to get whatever it was out of her, but it was not happy. And it was not a normal hate. It was like some kind of spider thing, and it tore into me. And I show where the wounds that are it's the claw, the hands, the fingers, and the bite.
Oh, my lord, that ain't right. Yeah, put her down on the bed. Thea, you want to start healing up those wounds? Let me go get. Yeah. I'm gonna go get Gus to make sure he's on his way back.
Mr. Ashley, can you go with Aunt P?
Yeah, I think you're all safe in here. I can follow you, Miss B.
All right, I just sent him out there to go get a crow. I needed a crow.
It's Gus though.
That's true. All right.
I go and I pull my the journal, the book that I got from the other witch lady, Gazzy. I was like, it's not Granny, Gazzy. And I start looking through that to try to identify what she'll look at what she'll look at who looks worse at this point, because she's prioritizing right now.
I'll tell you right off the bat, don't worry about me. Take care of my sister first. Make sure she's okay.
Well, the sister's got no wounds.
Yeah. Sothea's just gonna check her and see if she's breathing right.
Breathing fine.
Breathing fine. Just opens her eyes.
Oh, her eyes are just not. She's unconscious, so her eyes are nothing.
Yeah.
And while you're doing that, I'll be leaning against the door, looking out at Ashley and them from a distance, just keeping an eye on them, trying to be as active and useful as possible in the moment, even though I'm wounded.
And you hear boom, and a gun goes off way out in the distance in the back. Oh, I guess he got himself the crow I needed.
Hmm.
And you see way in the distance kind of a lantern, and there's something that crosses the path of the light of that lantern.
I kind of step forward and put an arm out to kind of usher Auntie back a little bit. How far does your little charm things go out?
And she points to a couple of bushes, and the gun firing was back further than that.
Uh-huh.
And then you hear,
Please, if you kindly stay here as I start like walking forward and pulling out the knife that I'll be handed to me.
oh, that's a good knife. That'll work if it's something bad. Oh, no.
Gus, as I shout out, and I'm like, get hustling!
Gus, you are looking back, and there is something that crosses your path between where you are and the house. And it looks mighty big. And its eyes open, all four of them, on the side you're looking at. And it is staring at you from the side of its body. And it starts just walking towards you. And you hear, and you see it sort of getting closer. Can I get an intelligence check, please?
Had to leave the circle, didn't you?
Course.
Yep, I had to help Ashley. Of course.
Yep.
That's a 3.
All right. So you are staring at this thing, and suddenly it's so much closer than you thought it was. Can I get an initiative roll from you? Ashley, you see there is a sudden fast movement up there, and the light of that lantern gets completely blocked very quickly.
I immediately run.
All right, you head on up the hill. It is uphill, so you're running, even though fast is a little bit hindered. Probably not much for you.
Can I see it from where I'm at in the window, or like from the doorway?
No, you're at the other side of the house. Angus, can I get an initiative roll from you? You're at -2 on that roll, so -6 actually. From
Okay.
just being kind of mesmerized.
So I rolled a 13, so that is an 11.
No, it's -6. It's 2.
Oh,
levels.
-6.
It's 2 levels.
2 levels.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's a 7. And Ashley, can I get an initiative roll from you also? I'll just get it out of the way,
All right.
assuming you're going to be there in a moment.
That is a 13.
All right. Gus, can you make me a defense roll, please? You are hindered by 2 levels at the moment.
I am trained in defense rolls. Does that subtract anything from that?
It counters.
Okay. You know what?
You countered 1 of them.
Okay. I'm gonna use my EXP to roll a different dice.
That one rolled poorly.
Okay, that's pretty good. That's a
And how do you want to defend yourself? You have various ways. You could run, you could dodge, you could what is your action to defend?
I really just want to do this, but I'm gonna try to wrestle it to the ground.
Oh, bear wrestling.
Yep.
Always the most positive way to take down a bear-sized animal is to wrap your arms and outmuscle it. All right. All right, so
Because like it's right in front of me, right?
oh
So I
yeah,
have to,
it's
like,
right
go
on
through.
you, and it dawns on you as you're defending yourself like it was pretty far away, and suddenly it was not.
Yeah, it was behind me. Yeah. So I rolled a 13 on my defense roll.
Okay, you do not defend. It is
Okay.
going to. It is going to do 4 points of damage to you. I believe you have armor though. Correct?
Yeah, I have armor that negates it.
All right, so
So-
you
Just-
get negated in that one in your defense. Ashley, you are coming up as quickly as you can, and you see this thing. The lantern creates a silhouette as it not only rises up, but you realize it comes up and starts standing rather than like an all four-legged beast. It rises up to 2. And when it does so, you realize it's probably twice the height or more of Angus. It is no small thing. Definitely bigger than any bear you ever saw. And when it comes down, you see it put its weight down. Can you, we are on, so when you don't defend, even though it does not, what was your roll to defend? A 13?
Yeah, it was a 13.
Okay. So its weight is enough to push you back down, like ground-wise. What is your might?
15.
15, all right. So I'm going to give you a might roll. You are hindered by 2, and see if you can avoid being pinned under it.
Okay. I'm going to spend 2 might to use my muscle of iron. For the next 10 minutes, all might actions are eased.
Oh, nice. That's very
So-
useful. In a contest of might.
Come on. Roll that 5.
Would you say nat 5?
I hate to do it, but I'm gonna use another EXP to re-roll.
All right. It was that bad, huh?
It's
It
that
wasn't
bad.
a 1, was it?
No, it was a 4, but I'm gonna
Okay.
just re-roll that. Oh. It's fine. That's a 6.
All right. So you are shoved under the weight of this beast as it comes down on you. Back at the top of the order, it attacks you. And it brings its mouth and claws to bear on you and tears at your flesh. Even its tongue, when it comes out, has spikes and thorns across it like something from the devil. And it makes an attack. Can you make me a defense check again? A defense roll?
Wow, my dice just don't like me today. That's a 7.
All right, you take 8 points minus the 4, so you take 4 points of damage from all its weight, claws, bite, everything coming around on you. And you hear footsteps coming running up. Ashley, you get up there as this thing has brought its weight down on Gus and has him pinned. What are you doing?
Well, first as I'm dashing up, there's almost a sense of unexpected primal survival crosses Ashley's mind. And I'm going to spend experience point for a player intrusion and do induce fear. So I just do a guttural roar that seems otherworldly, and Gus can hear just like, "Come and face me then!"
And its
As
eyes on the back of its body open up and see you coming, and they open wide. The pupils narrow as you come charging up.
So now all of their actions against me are hindered for 2 rounds.
Oh, nice.
And yeah, I come rushing up, dagger in hand. And yeah, I'm going to try and get this thing off Gus.
All right.
Let's see.
Dagger handed.
Yeah. All right, that is a natural 16.
That will hit, and it will have a little extra action to it, a little oomph. So the dagger itself will do 4 points. Go on.
Can I also spend 2 mites, which I have 2 edge and might, to add it as a crushing blow, so it can do an additional effort on the attack to make extra damage?
That. Yep.
I'll also do that. So now it's feeling even more like as Ashley's weight with the fist comes crashing in like a train, just full on primal might going into it.
What is your might?
15 total.
All right. So when you come down, this dagger, of all the weapons you've used, this thing sinks. It sinks into this thing and tears away at it. You can feel your muscle behind it tearing into something fleshy that is hard like stone. Like, it is not normal flesh. And you hear a guttural sound like I don't want to say you ain't never heard, you have heard. Only one time in your life. And this thing bucks away to the side as if it can. Can you make me a speed defense roll?
Speed. Okay.
You're very fast.
Yeah, that is a 14, but I have 1 edge in speed.
When you hit it and it like bucks its feet back at you, and it dodges to the side, and you're tearing at it as it moves, and it comes off of Gus and is now on the side of the two of you, and it turns and runs into the forest, and that sound that you remember follows it, and there is black stains left in the snow where it were.
Ashley's now just sort of standing over Gus and
Gus has got
huffing.
cuts all over him.
And Ashley's just screaming basically an echo towards the beast in a similar sound.
And there is half a crow, and the lantern is on its side in the snow.
Ashley takes a final breath down and slowly turns towards Gus.
Thank you, Ashley.
Why you have to go on being an idiot, Gus? I drag him up.
And you get up.
Well, I guess I was the one fooling away.
Ashley, there are also footprints here, and it looks like this thing came up stalking on Gus till the end. Those footprints were small and almost dainty for something its size.
Let's get you back at the house.
Yeah.
You get on up, sore and hurt, bleeding. And you all head down. You see that the lights on in the house leave a silhouette of Gazzy at the door.
Gazzy?
Not Gazzy, I mean of
Parvati.
Andy Pavati.
Body.
Yeah. Mixed up the two witches for a moment there. Albie, you want to come on up over here? How's that injured looking? Has Thea helped you out yet?
I'm fine. What? I heard
You
Gus
ain't
firing.
fine. Oh my God.
I should go out there and help Ashley and Gus. I guess
They're coming back. They're coming down right now. They're going to be okay once we get them in here. Can you sit down, please, Thea? Can you take a look at him? Make sure he needs some doctoring.
She's been looking over Leanne and checking her and be like,
Okay.
I mean, as far as I can tell, this one's just exhausted. And she looks over at Albie and goes, you on the other hand. And she comes over and just she just points at the chair. sit.
All right. He sits down.
All right, so she looks at these wounds. Are they like normal, like cut wounds, or like what can she?
They're like wounds that have the blood is coagulated and dried inside of. So they've got like a blackness to the blood.
She's like, we're gonna have to clean this out, and then so she goes and references like the book. She has like, I imagine that she had like a couple of books at this point because she's like,
Yeah.
oh, my element. Well, and you see her go around and like pluck up some herbs and start making like a paste that is similar to what Pavati had before. And she's gonna take like a strand of her hair and like put it in the paste.
Okay.
Then she's just gonna look at it, kind of shrug, be like, well, and then she's gonna apply it onto the wounds. So this is a charmed touch. It is a difficulty 2 intellect task.
Okay. So you need to roll a 6 or better than a 6, a 7 or more.
13.
All good.
Okay, so she puts it on you, and you're gonna get 1d6 points to any stat pool.
Whoa,
Any one step pool?
Yeah.
that's some
Okay.
good healing going on there.
Oh, that puts my might back up to max. So
And then she starts like bandaging you up.
thank you.
And Ashley and Gus come into the back door, and Auntie's there. I hope you're
Brought
okay.
another one.
Gus!
Yeah, we got another one here. Gus, get in there. The doctor's in.
I'm fine.
You ain't fine.
Worry about me.
Take a seat, you old coot.
Albie stands up and pushes Gus into the chair he was just forced into
And-
a minute ago.
And Auntie Pavati comes over. All right, we got to look at that. And she starts unbuttoning your shirt. We got to take this thing off. You don't mind. We got to take a look here. And she moves your beard out of the way.
Well-
She pulls your shirt away.
Well, if it's what the professional needs.
And
Take off my
Gabriel,
shirt.
you and Zebediah arrive and open the door as you see Auntie Pavati taking Gus's shirt off.
One sec.
Hey,
Sec.
Gabe, it's not. It's
I put a
not.
hand on Gabe like, yeah, hold on a
It's
second.
not what it looks like.
This is exactly what it looks like.
In front of everybody, come on.
Yeah,
Can't
just like
stop
throws
you,
your
love.
beard in your face.
I'm gonna kill him. I'm gonna kill him. Zebediah, I'm gonna
You're
kill
going to do
him.
nothing
I'm
but the
gonna
sword.
give it like
He has
a
got
little-
an injury. Getting something I needed.
Oh, he about to have an injury.
Your kind auntie is trying to help heal me.
Gus did a stupid move and left the boundary, and the beast got him.
Then let him heal his own wounds in time, as an idiot should. Ain't that what you used to tell me, Auntie? Dump idiots you need to heal on their own time when nature's time.
Well, we need Gus
That
right
is
now.
sometime, but that is not the case at the moment.
It's also his nature.
I'm gonna kill him.
And you look like you got anger in your eyes about other things. What is going on tonight?
Oh, he's an easy target. That's all I know that is. All that is.
And you see there are wounds, slashes across his chest.
Oh hell, you actually hurt. Damn.
And they're like black wounds. Thea, they look like similar wounds to kind of what you're looking with Albie. Like they're black in blood rather than just red blood.
Because I've also seen these wounds, do they look at all like the wounds that Ashley has?
Yes.
Oh, hell, Gus. Looks over at Albie. How your wounds looking?
They look like they dried in pretty hard, but they've got some kind of gross stuff on them.
They had taken care of me. I'm doing all right. I mean, I'm fit to fight.
I'm glad you're right. How's your sister? Is she
Still unconscious.
so she woke
Still
up?
out.
Okay, well, okay. I mean, it makes sense. That was a pretty eventful situation.
You find your sister?
She and the rest of the silent ones are Howling Rock.
Now,
Hollering
you know
or howling?
Howling.
Howling
You
Rock.
call it howling.
Howling Rock.
Yeah.
Howling Rock.
Yeah.
This isn't as important as what's going on with your sister, but you should know your brother was at my house earlier.
Oh, with the gun? I know.
Yeah.
What do you think? That has me heated entirely differently.
Well,
I was looking at Albie from the back, shaking my head like this, like.
Listen, I think
before
you and
you
I,
said it.
I'm with you on this, but I think you and I might be a little bit,
Oh, I'm gonna have a talk with him.
little bit
about
changed
it.
because of the war. Because when we were his age, we were running around with them things too. But I get you.
Auntie Bavati comes over to you, Thea,
Pimp.
and she goes, "Here, take a little pinch of this. This is one of the simplest things in the book of doctrine. This is cayenne pepper. You shove that up under that girl's nose, and she will awaken. She will awaken like the devil has arrived."
No, you don't need to wake her. Let her sleep.
Well, before that, I think we should wake her to
um,
make sure.
Well,
But
when you're
before
ready.
we do that, though, could we have a talk to? I mean, I don't know if she needs to be hearing what we're going to be discussing. That's all.
All right. Yeah.
Well,
When you're
yeah,
ready, of course.
but,
Thea.
Yeah.
When y'all
You're
gonna
the
do that, let me
doctor.
step outside. I'm not sure I should be around when she wakes up.
no,
Oh,
well,
bullshit.
hey,
You said
wait,
right
hold
the
on a
hell
second.
there.
Well, I'll be before that. Me and you can talk. Maybe Albie, that'd be cool. But I mean, that'd be okay if we can talk. Maybe after this, that we have a little conversation as a group.
Gabe,
If you
Gabe,
don't mind.
Well, I just want Gabe. She
mean-
said some things to me,
And
may
I
not.
understand that, but
Hey,
you want the
but-
first person face she sees as someone other than yours?
Yeah, right now I do.
Well-
but let's talk about what Zeb wants to
Well,
talk
hey,
about.
but well, first of all, to your point, Albie, we'll talk later. But there was a Haint too. But so it wasn't just either way. I want to talk about the. Like I said, I think the dream I had means something, especially what's going on, and I really think it can help us. I think I may have been late on it already, but things have been happening. But I don't know. And Scott, for the family in the photograph that I saw, I didn't see any facial things, right? I saw family in a photograph. Nothing that I could describe from it, correct?
Correct.
Just a family.
Yep.
All right. So, like I said, I couldn't describe what they looked like. There was a family in the photograph. This could be a family behind all this trouble we have with Hanks right now. Maybe the first one. There was also the anchor sitting in the boat. We know about water. I think, Ashley, you were near about it water not too long ago. I mean, this can't just be a coincidence. There was also a peacock falling upside down, which I think we've already met before. I'm thinking that was a Haint that we saw where that was in your sister theater that was upside down. I mean, maybe that peacock is a reference to that. There was a blue moon, and I think we have a full moon. I was going to ask you when we were outside, how'd the moon look when we were outside? I know it's a full moon, but isn't it
Well,
actually a blue moon? Because I know that is
You'd
a thing.
actually know that an actual moon's not really blue. What a blue moon really is when you get 2 full moons in a month. It is really rare, but it does happen occasionally.
Was that so? We had one full moon tonight, right?
Yes, you're having one tonight.
And we didn't have one the night before, correct?
No, I mean, you might have a full
Okay.
moon for a couple of days. It's not like it just goes away.
Oh, I
instantly.
got you. Up in the same month. Okay,
Right.
so, but I mean,
But if we're having one now, it also meant we had one earlier in the month, being this close to the end of the
true.
month.
It would have to be okay. So that means okay. Well, late on that one. So again, my apologies. We're a little late on that one because I think we're going experiencing it now. So maybe whatever's happening, it's happening. But at least we know. There was running water as well. Again with the water, something maybe a flood or something coming, maybe a flood of Haints. I don't know. I mean, and then there was a goat too. I don't know. Just the goat was not doing anything special. It was just a plain goat, right?
Nope,
Just a vision of a
face
goat.
of a goat.
Just the face of a goat. There is the Ouroboros, which if you don't know, is that snake that's connected to each other, like infinity, almost like eternal life. That snake that's eating itself, which I mean makes sense with the Haints again, as they can kind of prolong their existence almost eternally. So, and then lastly, there was also a sigils on paper, and I didn't recognize the sigils, right? Those are just sigils, correct? Just like plain old. Were they
They were
like I saw on the
sigils,
papers from the
they-
spell? Okay,
Right. It might,
I got you.
Some of them might be like the ones on the paper you got. You just don't know.
All right, and There's sigils on paper as well, which I mean, I think it's safe to say that, and a whole lot of the little scrap I have of the spell that they did. I mean, there had to be connected. There has to be. I don't know all the answers, but I know y'all pretty smart, so that's why I bring it to you, is because you guys have been have seen things too. So if anyone has any thoughts about that, and I will be doing anecdote with that too. So again, 2 points, but I have an edge of 2 in it. So any intelligence-based rolls, if you guys want to make one, will be eased by 1 step because of the anecdote, which what I was just saying. It doesn't matter too, though. I think my dad might also be in trouble or dead because he was there too, and smoke was trying to offer him. I don't know if that means what's going on. Not as important what's happening here, but
I think that Zebediah, if your father is in danger, that's quite important, would it not be?
it is. But he's not here, and he's a little ways away. So yes, I do. I need to go. I need a plans of a visit will be had, but the most important stuff is what's happening to this town, though. I think, and with everyone here. So
Thea has been patching up Gus. So I used Charm Touch on you, got a 6, so that passes. So you get 1d6 points of any stat pool.
Okay. And I will say, while you're patching up Gus, he looks different because usually he's like this, like towering figure, not as tall as Ashley, but like he's a pretty like tall, sturdy man. But like him sitting there, shirt off, his shoulders are slumped. He looks
His age showing.
Yeah, he looks like defeated.
He survives
And
on
it's
old
like,
man strength.
Yeah. D6. All right. Take that. I'll take that cool too.
All right. How does everyone look after I patch them up with that? I got more.
my hands kind of burn a little bit. I do have a little. If you have some sort of salve for that, my hand got a little
Okay. She's just
a little burn.
gets up and looks at your hand.
Speaking of hands too, there was a hand of death I saw as well in the vision. So be that what it may. So yeah, that's so another good sign, another good omen.
Yeah, I'm not much of a symbolism kind of guy, but that seems pretty on the nose.
Yeah. Yes. No, I don't know why serpents can't be more forthcoming, but you take what you get, I suppose, right?
Thea takes like some aloe and puts it on the hand and wraps it. There's like a few. She says, "Well, that'll make you feel better." And then as soon as she says that, you feel the hand like clear up. So,
what the?
yeah, I got a nat 20 on the roll. So you, yeah, you get 1d6 point bags.
Dang, and I can use that on any pool technically, or just is this
It is
my
on
choosing?
any pool.
Oh,
Any
well,
pool.
dang. Okay. Thea,
Yeah,
what?
and
Thea, this is you are. I don't know what you believe in, but you are definitely blessed by the Lord. Like my hand, I don't. It's seriously, Thea, that was incredible. My hand feels like I didn't pick up a burning coal. Which, yeah.
That's oddly specific, Zebediah.
Well, okay, so I'll be in, I think we can share what if you're okay with sharing, we can share what happened with your sister. I mean, it's your sister, so I mean if you want to start the
I mean, we
Before you get into that, you see that in Gus's hand, his hand is kind of hanging down to the side. It is holding half of a crow. He still has not let go of it.
Gus, you might crow, please.
Oh, right. Yeah, I was able to get this for your charm. It'll be of help to Ashley.
She looks at you and then says, there's like a little pat on your shoulder because she like has no idea what's wrong, and she's like, "Well, thank you for getting it." And then she'll like gingerly like take the crow and like
She'll come over. Andy Mavati, come on in the kitchen. Let me show you how.
When you pat his shoulder, his hand actually meets yours.
she there's just like a little moment where she's like, "Oh," and then Pavati calls her away. So
Mavati looks at you and goes, I thought you were a stubborn mule. You are not. You are a sweetheart. And then she turns away. Come on, let's take care of this.
and yeah, I follow her into the kitchen.
And she lets you do it, or she has you do it, but you have to remove the eyeballs. And she tells you how. She walks you through the process.
Yeah, Thea's like the type of person who like will do things that make her uncomfortable, but she will be uncomfortable doing it. So like she has the crow in hand, and I imagine like that she had got like some sort of lancet or like pokey thing to like kind of like pop it out. So Thea's like, okay.
And she, all right, I'm so sorry.
Okay, I got
about
one.
it.
Okay.
I would do it for you, but it would not be a proper charm if I was doing it. All right.
Okay, I did one. I can do the other.
Can I get an intellect roll, please? Or actually a making, you can make magic, right? Make magic items, crafting magic. That is your roll.
I'm gonna apply effort to this.
Okay.
I'm gonna re-roll it.
Okay, you're gonna spend an XP.
That's a 19.
There you go. You get both of them out. It is clean. They do not get cut or broke. You do have to cut some kind of weird stringy thing at the back of each eyeball to get them out, but it is gross, but okay. And then she brings the thing over. Now you insert them in there, and you insert them. All right, can you go over to Ashley with my knife?
Yeah.
Can you ask him for if you can cut him for a little bit? You need some of that blood from that wound. From that old wound. Bring a bowl. You'll need enough to smear it across this little charm you're making, this totem. And then you gotta, and you should heal up the wound after you're done. At least put some kind of a poultice on it. Assuming he lets you, of course. He may not want to give up that.
Come out with the totem, and just like, Mr. Ashley, do you mind coming back here? Just gets back in the kitchen.
All right. And I come around. Yes, Miss Thea?
She's already been like heating the knife to clean it. She's like, we're gonna need some of your blood from the wound that the beast gave you.
And he's like hesitant for a moment as he sort of begins to rub out his eyes, like, Annie P, do you have any strong rope or chains?
I got some rope. I got rope. I ain't got no chains.
Okay, I'm going to need to be tied, and maybe the boys hang on to me, because the last time a doctor tried to examine these, I nearly tossed them out a window without meaning to.
Oh, okay.
All right then.
I
Let's
grab
go
one
back
arm.
outside.
I got
front
the
row.
other
And
one.
Albie and Zebediah come in here for a moment. Gus, you continue resting and healing up, please.
No, I think I can help out with this. I like slowly get up.
If you plan on sitting on his lap, maybe. Only good you gonna be. Sit yourself back down.
Ash needs to be held down. This is going to be quite a sensitive.
Gus, if you could just wash
Wounded.
my sister, that'd be plenty of help. Actually, I don't want to leave her alone in that room while we're in here.
All right.
Appreciate you, Gus.
I'm gonna pat Ashley and say a prayer like in the Lord's name. You're gonna just you'll be calm, and I'm gonna do encouragement. And so if they need to, so it'll be trained in, I guess, a role maybe to help prevent that. So
All right.
it'll give you
I'll give you a roll.
if you have to. So you'll be calm. We're here with you.
And
You can squeeze my hand if you need to.
you sit in a chair, and Gabriel and Albie hold you back, hold you down, much as they can, locking themselves around the chair and yourself. And
Make sure that rope's all tied up like you learned in the army, boys.
I tie the arms back behind the back, and then I feed part of the rope back up. Bite on this because I have a feeling you're gonna be frothing at the mouth also.
Mm.
And then I loop through my arm through one of the now made loops and loop my leg around the base of the chair.
Okay.
Albie will do the same.
All right.
I'll watch because I'm not sure what to do. So I'm like, okay, don't move. I was in there. I mean,
Supervisor's important position.
Yep, everything good knot there. Really good knot there. Really looking good.
Here's a bowl. You're gonna just put this under the cut. Once you make the cut, and it's gonna pour into there. You need enough to kind of coat that charm.
Deep breaths, Ashley.
All right.
Uh-huh.
I'm here for you if you need anything, Thea.
Pat on the shoulder.
Yeah, Thea takes the knife. It's been sterilized, and then she's takes the bowl and she kind of goes lateral incision sideways. And
Doctors have done this for thousands of years. You'll get used to it. It ain't no fun, I can tell you that. But quick poke, quick jab, make it as you don't want to spend all day there because it is not. First, it's gonna hurt. Second, we don't know about Ashley's vicissitude, like how angry he will get at being cut there. I have a feeling it's sensitive.
Okay, yeah, she doesn't plan on making a huge incision, so she's just gonna take the tip of the blade and put it down, and then just do a smooth 1-inch incision.
All right, Ashley, can I get a? I think it would be a might roll, just to resist the pain.
My physical resistance, eh? Okay.
Yeah.
You're trained in it now, so I'm making it easier.
And it is a very painful spot, as you know.
Get nice and tender.
Y'all hear those carolers out there howling like dogs?
Right?
Hey, they're trying.
They shouldn't be this far out yet.
I rolled a 16.
All right, so the pain shoots, and I do mean shoots through. And you feel, Gabriel and Albie, you feel him rock back in that chair hard, like a hot poker been pressed against. The pain just sears, and there is a guttural scream held back by the rope. At that moment,
Easy
Gus,
there, Ash.
you see Albie's sister's eyes open and wake up, and they look at you. What's happening? Ah! In the other room.
Oh, this poor girl.
Does it actually look like they're staying? I know
Ashley
just
is trying to resist and is find a way, and it's hard to hold the bowl still underneath it to catch.
Is there a way that I can
Can I-
twist myself to kind of stabilize?
Yeah,
from moving around.
for sure. Ashley is very strong, though.
That is
strong.
19.
Oh, nice. Yeah, definitely holding tight.
I'm on, Ash. Almost there.
And Thea, the blood that comes out it's thick, and it's like it's a black congealed kind of thing. It is not like blood you were used to seeing. That's right. It don't look right because that wound ain't right. That is exactly what you need there. And a minute later, that is all you need. Let's close up that wound. Ashley, this may hurt even more than the taking.
Great.
All right, you got it.
Thea,
Heaven above.
she
You ever given a
looks-
stitch?
I'm gonna try something.
Okay.
So Thea, like when she hears Ashley like screaming, she like recoils.
All right.
And because like as a healer, she like has this mentality of like I don't do harm to people.
Right.
And like this is like the opposite. And then she sees this black blood come out of it, and like I imagine it feels wrong, like looking at it, like you get this like
Absolutely.
icky feeling. And she there are, you know, she cries and these tears fall down her face, and what she does is she takes her tears and actually like touches the wound. And I'm going to do my Cures with Alesia tier 2 alleviate.
Ooh. All right.
And I attempt to cure one malady, such as a disease or poison.
Whoa. That is a major thing there.
So it's 3 intellect in 1 creature. I didn't write down the. It's probably a roll.
You want me to look it up? You can tell me
Yeah,
what
can
it
you
is?
look it up? Cures what ails ya, alleviate.
Is this under your type or your focus?
I think it's under focus.
Okay.
Yes, it's under focus.
Yeah, got you too.
It says action, so I imagine that. Imagine it's a
There
roll.
it is.
Real quick, what is your
Yeah.
focus called again?
Cures what ails ya.
Here's what ails you. Okay. All right.
One sec. I have it, and you're doing the tier 2.
Yeah.
You can. It says attempt. You can. You attempt to cancel one or cure one malady in 1 creature. It's an action, so yes, it would be a roll.
Yeah.
There we go. That's a natural 20.
What?
Come on.
That's
Yeah, it is.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it is.
Not only does it, like, first, Ashley, there's a pain subsidence that you have never felt. And this black area that has been a wound on you for all this time starts turning into just more like a black and blue bruise. And Thea's hand, at least to you, looks like it has a glow to it. Thea, it looks like your hand is illuminated. And Auntie Bavati's eyes open wide. I ain't never seen that. That is quite the thing.
I didn't want Ashley to hurt anymore. You okay now?
And everyone's staring at you, except the two in the other room.
Yeah, she looks winded. And sort of like the kid that is caught between like all these emotions, because she just did something that she just acted on instinct to just reach out and like touch, and then that happened. So she like it's great on one end, but she has no idea what she did, and like her whole reality is being like flipped upside down. So she just sits. Hey, I gotta make a totem.
You
I
may
think
want to sit
you-
down for a moment first. Totem ain't going nowhere. How you doing there?
I ain't never done nothing like that. I
Yeah.
don't know where that came from or what.
Ashley, for the first time since you got that wound, you do not feel the pain of that wound.
And where like there was
It's
a lot of like
bruised. You still see a bruising there, but not the blackness of it.
so where most people are used to Ashley always having a very tense posture all the time, there's now just like a slope, like relaxed and released, and there's a bit of a watery glaze in his eyes as he's just looking towards Thea. Thank you.
Like she's just a kid on the floor at this point, but like she does like reach to you, and it, like if you'll hug her, then she'll hug you.
Slowly jostling out of the ropes and the other two guys as they let me go.
They let you
And scoops you up in his big bare arms.
Gus,
she'll-
oh, go on. Sorry.
Yeah, she hugs you back, and it's a very tiny girl in your arms.
I'm gonna
Yes.
say, I guess at a loss of the moment too. Like he's just kind of quiet. I'm gonna say quietly to Albie, I'm gonna go check on. I think her sister's awake. I think I heard her scream, and I'll be back to make sure. So yeah. So I just kind of sneak out as they're hugging. It's like I kind of just like quietly back out into the room.
And
Gus,
Were
you
you
see
saying that?
his sister awaken and let out a scream for a moment, almost at the same time as Ashley, so it kind of gets buried in the sound. Zebediah apparently heard it, just enough of it to know the difference. And she's staring at you like, what happened?
What she's staring at is an old man sitting in a chair with half of his shirt on, holding a flask in his other hand. It's like, well, here's just sitting in a room with two foolaways. It looks like you were lucky enough to come through.
Am I in at this moment? Am I able to?
Yeah,
or
you
is this
walk
happening?
in at this moment, just as you see him, like saying that.
Oh, morning, Leanne. Are you? Do you remember me? Hopefully by chance.
I do not.
Do you?
Who are you?
Oh, I'm a friend of your brother's. My name is Zebediah. I think you might know. I mean, I think everyone knows Gus. To be honest, I think you might know
My
Gus.
brother
Do you
Bill.
say again?
My brother Bill.
No, not your brother. No, I'm.
Do I know
Wait.
her brother
Huh?
Bill?
Yeah, you know he died in the war.
No, he passed some years ago.
What?
What time? What? Do you know what year it is? By any chance, Leanne? Do you know what? Just Do you know?
Yeah, it's 1918, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what
Yeah.
year it
Yeah.
is. Wait, when
okay.
when did Bill die? Where is Bill? That ain't true. Why are you saying that
wait,
to me,
Okay,
Gus?
hold on. Wait on a second. I mean, I think a lot needs to be said, but let's take a second. I think you just need to sit down, maybe have some. We'll get some tea for you or some water, maybe just something to kind of relax a little bit. It's been a rough,
Here,
rough
Get a
evening.
ton of soup.
Take this back.
Hey, I'll grab some soup. Like,
And there's a knock on the door.
there's a knock
Yep.
The knock.
at this hour. It's nighttime, right?
I'll like.
Do we
stand
hear
up
the
and-
do we hear the knock in the other room?
Yeah, you do.
Okay.
I'm making my way in. Gus, sit down.
Gus can get up. He's a grown ass man.
Yeah,
Besides,
we
if,
get
gotta
it.
answer a door.
if we need firepower, we need firepower. Gus got it too, man.
Okay.
Put my
Someone
electric
Leanne's
back
waking
on.
up, so maybe we just kind of I don't know. Just we'll keep. It's Leanne. It's fine. It just
It's
we all
perfectly
just know
fine.
can keep it down.
I go check the window first.
And it
See
is
if I can see who's out there.
the sister.
I go over, open the door. Ms. Lexi, what are you doing out here?
I came to see my sister. I got to tell her something.
What you gotta tell? How does she look?
She looks like she's been running. She looks sweaty and tired, but cold at the same time from being out in the snow.
I know. Yeah.
It's personal, though. I promise I won't bother y'all, whatever you're doing,
Your sister's a bit predisposed at the moment.
Or,
Let her in.
oh,
Yeah,
Yeah,
well,
just-
hey,
Your
You can
sister's
come
a
in
bit-
if you could just
Can she
read
come out
something
here
really
then for a
quickly.
moment? We can sit on the
No,
porch
she
and I
did.
can talk to her.
You come.
Lex, come on in here. It's cold out
She
there.
comes in and I don't know. Do you let her in?
I let her in.
Yeah.
But I'm
I
gonna
move
say,
out
hey,
of the door.
And she sees everybody. Oh my gosh! She's, what happened here?
well, before we explain, can you just do me a favor and just read some, please?
And
Before
she hides
we get
her
to that.
eyes from Gus. Oh my gosh!
It's
From his
Don't
shirt
worry,
being
I've got
off.
my
Naked man.
guys, put your
Is that?
It's
Yeah,
been-
I
that's
put
been-
like my
I
shirt
think-
back
Going
on.
here?
I think Zeb's trying to have her read from the Bible, right?
yeah. I'm like before you explain anything, if you just please just
Uh-huh.
you can just read, just point to any kind of specific section.
Sure,
and
I
have her
ain't
read
the
it.
best reader, but I'll read.
Go ahead.
You okay? And she looks at the edit and she reads some passage from it.
Awesome.
All
Awesome.
right.
That was perfect. Thank you. Sure. It's been a long night, and that just helps. Good Lord always helps. Know when someone's right or wrong. So
All the caroling's
you're
going
definitely,
on, but that don't mean everything's good in the night. With
yeah.
Thea,
man,
are
that's,
you okay? Thea, you look like you've been crying. Has everybody been crying here?
Thea has been crying.
Gosh.
Like after she hugged Ashley, like just the whoosh of emotions of just raw emotions just came through, and like she just cries.
He's just like, let it out, girl. Let it out.
Oh my gosh! I can't believe you're crying without your own sister.
And I put my
What are you
arm
trying
out
to do?
to
Replace
her.
me?
Of course not.
And she takes out a poke and she says, "This is for you. That's not the most important thing. I think I know who your paw is.
What?
I think. I heard Mom. You know what? Can we talk outside or something?
And then she just shoos the men out of the kitchen. She's like, "Man, please get out of the kitchen. Give us some privacy."
All right, you heard the little misses, everyone.
Albie's gonna go step out on the porch, get some
Do you-
fresh air.
Did you see your sister before you walked out? Did you see her? Oh, gotcha. Okay,
He has no intentions of seeing her.
I gotcha.
All right.
Yeah, Gus is gonna join you outside for a smoke.
I got you a little money in there. Uncle Jesse called me, by the way, but he promised not to say nothing. He just wanted me to show him where I got it, and so
Sounds like Jesse.
he let me go. Mom and Pa were having a big fight tonight. It started as a conversation. I learned one thing I discovered is some of those places where Pa hides the money, there are places you can kind of tuck away and hide and listen to things now. So now I am full on an agent of yours, and I am spying on them. But I'm not sure I'm going to be able to do it every time because it is. I hear words I don't know what they mean sometimes and stuff. So Pa said he couldn't believe Ma was once with that son of a bitch Arliss Smythe. And he yelled, "You swear it's only Theodosia," to her. She said, "Of course it was only only Thea." And he said if divorce was possible, he'd end it right now. But I don't know what a divorce is. What is divorce? Is that like a murder?
It's when the marriage is annulled. The
Well, how
mom
do you
would
do
put-
that? The Bible don't let you do that.
Well, lawfully, some places legal, but that's probably why Pa ain't doing it. For better or for worse. Better is that Ma ain't gonna be tossed out, but worse, she's gonna be stuck with Pa.
Now I don't know who that is, but at least it's somebody. And now there's a name to this person, and potentially we can track them down and make them give you the money that you are due.
Well, I do know that Gazzy Smythe lives. I've met her.
Well, they didn't say
So-
Gazzy Smythe.
Well, they said Arliss Smythe.
Old Gazzy's last name is Smythe?
Yes.
That old lady? The one
Yeah.
with the weird horses?
Uh-huh.
Wow.
They're not so bad. The horses.
I hear they attack anyone that comes near that house, so I ain't going near that
They
house.
attack people who ain't supposed to be there.
Oh. Okay. I mean, that makes sense. You don't think Mom and Pa are gonna end the marriage? Like, what would happen then? How does that work? Who's gonna get all the money?
Well, there's probably a big. And she goes on to explain like what she understands is what would happen, but I think Lexi's lost.
I'm not sure
halfway.
you know exactly what would happen.
Oh, okay, I don't know what would happen.
I don't think
All
you
right.
know. I mean, you've
Okay,
never
that's
seen it
fine.
happen.
I could be like, I don't know. Divorce
that
is
ought-
so unheard of. I mean,
That money ought to tide you through the week or two. I think there's like $400 or something like that in there. That ought to get you going. How much have you spent so
yes.
far? Have you spent more than what I brought yet?
no, not at all.
No? Oh, good. You're doing good then. Are you investing or something? I hear Paul say
I've been-
investing all the time, like that's what you do with money. I always thought you just bought things like cars and houses and land and stuff, food, I suppose, even. But he says he's always investing too. I don't know what that means, but maybe that's what money is supposed to be done with when you got extra.
Well, I suppose that's something to think about. Does she know anything about investing?
No.
Just that it's a thing. She was like,
Yeah, no clue.
I'll take it under consideration. I've really just been holding on to the money because I've been busy.
I had to run out and tell you that as soon as I heard it. I didn't want to forget the name or nothing. If I went to sleep, I was afraid I was gonna get it wrong when I told you.
Mm-hmm.
So
Well,
he
it's
said that I
dark
went out
out.
caroling. Uncle Jesse said that I went out caroling. So, do you know any songs like caroling songs? I gotta act like I know one or two when I get back home.
Yeah.
All right. I
And
never
she'll
listen.
recite God, yes, you.
I mean, I know we go to
rescue your-
church all the time, but I never listen.
Well, you know the ones like God rest ye merry gentlemen.
Yeah, I guess you're gonna have to teach me. I think.
Okay.
You got a hymnal around here?
I'm
And
sure we got
everybody's, like,
something.
looking at
and-
you like, no.
We can step out now unless there's anything else more private you want to tell me.
No, that was it. I mean, I'm gonna learn more, but
Yeah, you keep your ear to the ground.
well, I'm gonna.
I'll
keep
look into who this artist is.
Yeah, I don't know either.
So we come out, and
Who heard that being said? Was it just the two of you?
yeah, it was only us in the
Yeah,
kitchen unless
okay.
someone was listening at the door.
I think it was just the two
No.
of you. All right.
Is there a hymnal with songs in it? The Christmas carols?
I got no.
Would I know? I mean, we were getting the helping out with the church,
Sure,
but I
you would
grew
know.
up in
You would
that.
know
but
them. You know a ton of
I,
them.
yeah, I can. Hey, Deb, I can write them down for you, Alex. That'd be. I can. I'm gonna make sure Leanne's all right for you, dude. Like, because I'm kind of sitting down next to her. Like, Leanne, I was gonna write some down really quickly. Just keep eating, drinking tea, whatever you need. Spare me 1 second.
I
You
go
know,
and I
she
get
ought
my.
not go home this late at night. She should probably just stay the night.
Actually, that's a good point, especially with the.
Probably safer here than
Yeah.
anywhere else.
That's a good point.
Oh, never mind. I'm not there. I'm outside.
What the heck? What was that?
I look at Lexi. I'm like, oh, this soup, and then she like hands her the vacuum bottle. Michard sends his regards.
Oh,
Shard. Oh gosh.
you saw him at work?
Yeah, we saw him at
How
work.
was he?
He's
Was he still
you know, he's
upset?
himself. He's worried. He made a bad impression. I feel bad for him.
Yeah. Yeah, I ain't giving up
But-
on him. I'm not so sure he's what you said the other day. I don't think he's that. I think he's confused.
Well, he's
And
a
he
sweet
confused us.
boy, even if he is a hate. I'll say that.
And I'll say too that he might. Let's see. Michelle might have to be leaving sometime soon. So I'm just saying, just be ready. He might be having to take a trip. I'm just saying that's all. But
Oh, all right.